Welcome back, everybody, for the final match of the evening between RBG and Polar Ace, Keith. It is Inferno, if you're wondering. And I would say this might even be the tightest matchup we've had tonight yet. Thoughts?
Ooh. I'm going to agree. I think this... Dude, I don't know. There's a lot of players in here that you've been kind of seeing, like, slowly break through. Especially a lot of the RBG guys. Slowly peek their head in, right? Have a few good series, have a couple good games, fall back into silence. Polar Ace, kind of the same. Renz, McGowie, players who've had plenty of opportunities, players who've been around for a while. I think both of these rosters have finally settled in nicely. Both teams are playing well. The records lately, I mean, kind of depict that. Polar Ace close almost wins over Swedish Canadians, 16-14, 16-10. Meanwhile, RBG a win over under 21, which is huge. Yeah. That's big, especially for them. But both teams on and off. But I think if they stick it out, that's what NA lacks, is kind of that grit. And I think these teams have it.
I agree with that sentiment, actually. That's a pretty fair sentiment. I think these teams definitely have what it takes. And RBG's been like rapidly improving, right? Like these from season to season, they're just getting better and better and better, and they're about to level up. And I think if they have not already leveled up, they're soon to level up. When I say that, I mean like able to compete at a tier, the next level, right? You start off in, tier 4, tier 5, you're competing in advanced or whatever other league you might be participating in. Now you're up against like the MDL teams, low end MDL team. Then you have to beat like the high end MDL team. That's kind of like the next tier, right? And then it's like, okay, now can we contest pro? Can we start to contest the top teams? Can we start qualifying for events, right? These guys are on the potential cusp of that. They're almost there. Will they break through? We don't really know. We're kind of seeing their story unfold in real time, right? But this is Inferno, and I've seen both these teams play this map multiple times, and I can honestly say with full confidence that I have no idea how this is going to unfold right now.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are both really sick. And just looking at the odds, it seems to be leaning, I wouldn't say heavily in Polar Ace's favor, but it is leaning in Polar Ace's favor.
That surprised me, considering the latest Inferno game from RBG was beating under 21. Polar Ace beat Infinity on Inferno. So maps they're both comfortable with. Honestly, I would look at this as more of like a 50-50 than I would like anyone with a favorite. But I guess if you're looking firepower and name value, I guess Polar Ace do have a bit more diamonds in the rough.
Yeah. Well, let's see this diamond in the rough, whether it gets cleaned up or if it just gets found out to be a gimmick. Mel, bring on the knife round. Casters start the match. Oh, it's not even the knife. We're into pistol. Sweet.
You couldn't have planned it any better. Walko gonna start it off. Angle is gone. Hex is gonna jump around the corner. Confused where he was getting shot from a moment. They even pre-fire Castro. RBG. A quick pistol. If memory serves, very reminiscent to what they ran against under 21.
Wow.
They're going to take the fight to these players in back construction. They're going to try to run him over. Swooly only gets one. Very relentless from RBG.
Yeah, Renz is like, yep, I have armor. I would like to save that armor and get head armor for pretty cheap next round. And Pony. Pretty insane entry mechanics there, I'm not going to lie. Perfect time with a flashbang. Nice jumping around the corners to guarantee that his teammate behind him does not get doubled up. Renz is about to lose his armor. Does not even get a single kill in return for it either. And RBG with a clean pistol. They will have to all invest heavily into head armor if they want that. It's going to be expensive round here for them. And Polar Ace, on the other hand, they're going to go for the second round force buy. This is typically a map that we see this more commonly, right? Like, people are okay with force buying on this map. It's very viable. The CZs, the MP9s, the Deagles are all extremely strong weapons on this map. And you get a little bit extra utility on top of that to potentially increase your chances. But let's see what RBG is up to. So far, it looks like a pretty standard default. Just sending 2 players early towards banana. They have players now leaning into up mid. And slowly but surely, they are making a decision. And that decision appears to be coming quicker than I anticipated, Keith. They're going to head over towards the B site. They have a ton of utility that could be incoming here shortly.
Lining it up. Molly for quad. Smoke and flashes. Popping players given some room. McGowie singled out. And now Castro is trying to dip out of a couple bullets. He's like, nope, not my kind of party. Pony should be able to plant here. Not a worry. And I guess for Polar Ace, you're kind of weighing the odds. Yes, we might not have the best odds to retake this, but can we force damage very early? We'll lose the round, but can we get some kills, maybe get some guns out of this ourselves? And it looks like they don't like anything. Back on up. Oh!
Wow, they actually end up losing so much here. Yeah, they lost a ton here, Polar Ace. They got nothing for that. A single kill, Deagle. Not even the SMG that got that. And now they have nothing in this one. It's going to be Deagles, maybe upgraded pistols at best. A couple of LHEs for Dangle and Castro. But overall, RBG are on their way to a pretty strong economy moving forward to that first gun round key. Let's see the difference here in approach. Seems like RBG is starting to send double players towards Banana early every round. They're alternating their utility. This time it's double deep nades. Oh, that nade is huge. But the follow-up, not so much.
Oh, man. Dangle McGowie. Nothing to really say or use or do. Swilly. Gonna push in towards Halls right when G-Man Shu backs on out of there. RBG looking to take the B site once more. It's a safe place, and the MAC-10's in. The rifles chill back. And that'll be done successfully, Roy. Maybe RBG, I'm guessing, take one player will go down. Maybe one of these MAC-10s. And then we have the action next round. I'm interested to see if Polar Ace are going to send 3 players to Banana right away, because even based on RBG's tendencies in pistol and in every round that follows, they've kind of set the precedent and the staple of we're going to take Banana very aggressively. So I'm curious to see if that'll be a staple.
Also,
I found that exchange so funny.
Yeah. Kind of a side note, sorry, I want to detract this here a little bit. But, power ranking just came out by Dust2.us for advanced. And RBG is actually a number 1.
I can see why. Yeah. I think they consistently beat, well, maybe consistent is not the best word. They beat top teams in MDL and, of course, here over in Winners League. And they do so at least having close games and competitive matches. So, and I can guarantee you, once you get to the top of advanced, you start scrimming MDL teams anyway, and top advanced and top Winter League teams. So they're already set with scrims. So I could see that, Roy. Makes complete sense to me.
All right, now let's go down to this full gun, Keith, because this is going to be the important one here, especially for Polar Ace. Otherwise, their bunny's going to be extremely behind. Right now, RBG not only have a pretty comfortable lead head start, but they have a ton of money. And this is their bonus round. If this is successful, that is a disaster for Polar Ace. This is typically the condition that you find teams that finish with over 10 rounds on the T side. Like, this is the starting condition, right? Like, you're up 3-0, your bonus round is successful, your economy is going into the tens of thousands, entering the first, or excuse me, the second gun round. And yeah, it's terrifying. It's scary. Right now, RBG, they have managed to pull attention to the B site, and they're about to enter. Oh, little neat triple nade stack. No one's home, unfortunately, for them. But Polar Ace is not taking the. They're not taking the bait, key. They're holding their triple setup on B.
They're sticking it out. Dangle can rotate over in a moment's notice with this op. He's about to catch G-Man Shu. That was free. Now he knows it's B. They sent one man. Loco in with the MAC-10, finds one. Hex gets the other. Yeah, what a chunky flash. As Dangle misses his shot close up. Great utility and spacing from RBG. Understanding the weapons they had were not ideal. And they make up for it with utility as Polar Ace are going to concede this, I'd imagine. No Way Dangle wants to keep pressing forward, save that M4, and RBG will go 4-0. I bet they're kind of hoping for a couple of these players to die so they could upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're more than happy to hunt with these weapons, to be honest. Yeah, the M4, the Galil, the AK maybe you save, but the SMGs are more than happy to throw those away. But what a round. Man, I can't stress that flash enough, honestly. They looked away from the first flash, and then they threw a bouncing flash that landed, like, right in front of the first oranges. And as soon as both players looked towards it, they both got full blind, including the anti-flash player. That's a disaster. Now, luckily for Polar Ace, the suck all the Slave's guns as well as their extra income has allowed them for another buy. They will attempt another chance here, but this is what I was talking about, right? RBG, they have 3 players over 8,000 now. If they secure this round in the next eco round, we're looking at tens of thousands entering the second full gun round. Well, I guess it would be the third in this case. A scary place to be in if you're Polar Ace, but an amazing place to be in if you're RBG. And once again, the default here is pretty standard for RBG. A bit more B-centric than we typically find, though, right? Normally, we're not seeing this many players close to B.
A little bit of utility message there. Walko will just fall. As a pop flash comes in, so Polar Ace have cleaned out halls, right? At least the long haul. Woo! Found a entry. Hooney gonna keep wrapping here onto A. Can Renz and Swooly hang onto this on bounce? Photo smoke comes in. Swooly not pressured at all. Puts it back to halls after clearing it. Renz and him have it on lock. Well played from Swooly on top of the balcony. He did not panic at all.
I think that was Renz on top of the balcony.
Was it?
Yeah, I think Swooly was the one pivoting in lane. But either way, it's well played. 4-1. Economy is still incredibly strong here for RBG. It will be this buy round. Definitely a second one coming. If it's double bomb plants, maybe a third. But WoW is about to make a decision. Yeah, you want to take out the op or not? Typically, op is like incredibly strong on the CT side. 2 is even stronger, honestly.
Polar Ace keeping 4 players alive. Cash being stacked up. RBG will have a buy, Roy. I'd say 2 to 3, which is kind of scary. Polar Ace do have the fallback of getting $2,900 if they lose this round, Roy. So I think even with $2,900, it'll be another buy. So we're going into double rifle rounds. Do RBG take the early stride in a really good start to a T side on the back of winning pistol and 4 straight? Or do Polar Ace run the gauntlet of breaking RBG's money for 1 round just for max loss to catch up? Tough.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, this economy is all kinds of questionable. Now, no op in play for Polar Ace. It will be the AKs, the M4s, full utility, luckily for them. Kits across the board. Now, the one round they decided to deviate from their B attacks, they got absolutely mopped on the A site. Does that mean that they avert to become aversive to the A site, to the B site? Sorry, to the A site? That's the first kill. Follow up by Magawi. The spacing's not quite there. The pacing is not even quite there, to be honest. Now Renz is in 1 and done. He goes for 1, he gets 2, and a third somehow in that position. Swoley to follow up.
Wow.
And Wiz turns it into a 1v1. I mean, I thought that was a 1 and done for sure. Gash gets trapped through the side of the smoke. Catches Wiz off guard. And Polar Ace hold on. Only 1 gun surviving. They do have money. That's not a problem. But RBG, this is their final bit of burst here for their economy. No bomb plant. Actually, I don't even think the bomb plant is going to stop the eco here. Polar Ace, they respond back beautifully. Shout out to Renge for that one.
Yeah, not a bad person to say thank you to. Ooh, the cheeky molly from Swooly. I don't know if you're seeing this, but it's the right-click molly behind the door, Roy, that doesn't spread on Balk and masks you because the smoke goes through the wall. It's really cheeky. Risky, but really slick. Doesn't get him anything. Dangle posted on Boiler. Ren overwhelmed. Still spray 2. Can he get 3? No. Narrowly off the mark, and Dangle falls back. Eats the flash. Still lands the shot as he's living on site. Has support in pit. And Walco and Wiz are just so far. Now, I was going to say gone out of this round, but really, there's always a chance. But
there's always a chance.
You're low on HP. The B players push through, Roy. It's going to take a clean entry or 2.
Yeah, I almost feel like it's going to have to be Wiz to really step up here, because Walco, with him having 14 HP, can't really be the playmaker. And I almost feel like they also need a 1 kill at least here before the commitment to the bomb site. Otherwise, it's going to be very messy. Gotta be spotted. And with Castro's position, they can just hold 3 players here on the A defenses, no problem. But if they can catch Castro off... yeah, they're not. They're funneled in on this A site key. There's no way out of this one. Oh, the timing.
Doesn't seem, yeah. Oh, Welko had Swooly dead to rights for so long. Oh, the Swooly pulls up. 4-3, Polar Ace will break RBG. They're in it for the gauntlet. They're in it for the long haul. And they're 1 round behind. They finally break RBG's money, which will even us up in rounds. For the way this started, Polar Ace have won every other rifle except the first. That's a great look for them. And what I like what they're doing so far is getting information across the map. They are holding Porch. They're flashing into Long Haul and Palace when they have to in A-Halls to get control. They're contesting Boiler. Not afraid to fight Banana. They're being very relentless, but also knowing when to solo sites, knowing when to spot for info, and when to get info like Swooly just did. I'm a big fan of how they're playing.
Yeah, agreed. Mobility on this map is so important and underrated. And now Magawi spotted several players exploding on the B site, as a little Dangle over here as well. And they've used all their utility to get up to this point, but now they have nothing to cross. Castro all the way back. He's going to get dinked down for HP, and he will be eliminated, but Dangle is holding the cross. The bomb has made its way out, though, so it will be planted. Nothing can stop that. He tries to get it done back to site. Does manage to find it. And he sprays 2 down with it. But the nade, it finishes him off. From the grave at Keith. There was a chance there.
Ooh. There was. They're lucky. They're lucky. Ren just does the diffusing. That's all he's got to do. 4-4. Bomb plant. Extra money injected. And RBG, it's rifles. No op for Dangle. In fact, he had enough to go for Roy. I guess he's feeling a little cold on it. When your opper's not feeling it on CT side Inferno, honestly, one of the maps you kind of don't need to force it on. Always helps, though, when you have an effective opper.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, around the smoke. This nade should be good on Walco. Yeah, down to 59, 22 with the second. RBG going to push up now. They take damage, but they want control for it. They're given at least that.
It's interesting how much utility RBG is willing to waste for banana control. Like they're more than happy to dump their entire nade set for it. Now the double Molotovs, smoke coming out, Castro's boosted up, not even able to get 1 kill. Magawi's 1 and done, and site is now open here for RBG. As the bomb gets planted in the default position, and position is now being taken by RBG with a hold on flank. So that's a recipe for success. And Polar A says, yeah, we're saving.
Back in on out. Cannot blame them, but they save these 3 they can buy around it. And that's enough for them. Honestly, though, Roy, shaping up for a nice Inferno. Neither team really pulling away. RBG, even the rounds where they've had decent buys, have kept it at least close. The Pistols getting it down to a 1v1, only won by a nade from the grave. So keeping things fresh, keeping it interesting. RBG willing to take shift damage for banana control. Polar Ace showing they're willing to fight it at their own pace and at their own utility. And Polar Ace showing how to get information and justify rotates. It's been great. And finally, the op comes back out from Dangle. Ineffective with it lately. Maybe that'll change.
All right, Dangle, what you got for us here? Molotov pushing back. He is not having a good time offing on this map right now. The utility usage is just really on point for RBG, but this time they're upping the speed quite a bit here. Dangle good for one, not quite good for the second. The smoke will provide them a passage, but Wooly and Renz are both here. One is stuck behind the library smoke. The other one is pushed in halls. A nice bit of yin-yang here and reaction on the B player. So they've pushed in, they've gotten a kill, they've gotten the man advantage. Spotted, but he somehow wins the battle against Renz. That is massive. I'm not even sure if they know Swooly's up here. I don't think they're aware of his position.
Yeah. Question is, can he win the fight with the player in Big Pit? It comes down to timing. Is he going to let his main players make noise first? No, he peeks. Cody wins that duel. He does take damage, though, down to 11. McGowie finds Wiz. They're going to smoke him off. A molly onto the bomb. No smoke to put that out. It finds Castro. 11 HP. McGowie has to kill him now to get to the bomb. And no, that is it. The clutch molly. That's why that bomb plant is so sick. I love that bomb plant placement. Easy lineup from the pit through smoke. Simple molly. You just toss it. Typically gets caught and spreads. Well done, RBG. And they've won the money duel.
Yeah, they have won the war of attrition, haven't they? 6-4, looking for the 7th now. This is kind of the big question mark, right? It's like, okay, this guy's in pit. We can either use the smoke to cross, or we can hold on to it to counter the molly play, right? As soon as they threw that smoke and I saw that he had a molly, I was like, oh man, that's rough. The rock paper scissors in that scenario is so rough. They almost had to do it because they didn't know he was wounded. They could have went for the flat out battle, but either way, in the past. Now, the present is Polar Ace with Deagles, CZs, P250 for Castro, and only 2 smokes. That's it. That's all they have to contest this round with.
A slow shift for RBG towards Banana. Molly on corner, very standard, just clearing it out. Going through the motions, McGowie hoping to mess them up from that boost. Castro waiting for them. Double Molly, flashes over the top. McGowie plays anti. Perhaps you can get one. Yeah, good for one and falls off, so keeps pressure going. You never know with these pistols. They close the gap, especially on the B site. Things get weird. RBG, do they get good post plans? Not really. That smoke does catch McGowie. Size 12 says Renz finds the head of Wiz. No utility for the CTs, but they're up 2. They're going to go. They're going to commit bodies. They're all going to try to trade out. And the AKs hold on. Renz is gone. I appreciate the attempt. Better to try than to not try.
Wow, that was so close. I would have liked to see them go CT, though, instead of backhaul. He just eliminated the Opper. Renz just won a massive battle with his Deagle. Just try to get headshot angle in water instead of going backhaul into the crossfire. But small nuances. Now it's going to be Polar Ace buying up. They still don't have an op. The angle has not really been that effective with it either, to be honest. Had more success with the rifles, but they're limited, Keith. They only have a single kit on Castro, who's had to downgrade to the MP9. And if they decide to go for early utility usage, they're not going to have much to defend themselves with. RBG is... 1, the bomb is still down in T-spawn, so they're definitely not committing to anything anytime soon. 2, the player falling back from halls, which is G-Man, I think that's suggesting to me that they probably do not want to end A. And if they do want to end A, it's probably going to be a split somehow through B. Or excuse me, like they're going through A to go B through bracket. But with the bomb being there and 55 seconds left on the clock, I'm not sure.
It's almost like they're on the clock themselves. They kind of put themselves here. G-Man. Holding for anyone to peek into balcony. They're hanging on to A apps. The fact that there's still 2 players holding A apps and still 2 B. It's almost like you fought more for A at this point. One man just throwing some utility towards B. Hoping to bait something out. Pretty obvious if you ask me, though. And I think Polar Ace will figure this out quite quickly. But honestly, it's bought time for the rotator to at least leave boiler or leave library. G-Man finds Sully, who got hit. Renz is only able to get 1 on site, and there you go. 8 seconds. He just has to plant through the smoke, which finds Dangle, and that's how RBG roll, Roy.
Wow.
A little bit of a wonky fake that pulls the rotate long enough. They smoke the same thing. They're shooting each other, but it happens purely based on just conviction, going together, sticking to it. And there you go.
Wow. I feel like if Polar Ace had more utility, I'm not so sure that would have unfolded favorably for RBG. But maybe they knew that. Maybe all along that was the plan, right? We know they're limited on util. Let's hit them with a last second hit. But they'll have pretty much nothing to counter with. But wow, what a round. Hitting the bomb plane with 6 seconds remaining. It's a massive round now. 8-4 lead for RBG. They continue to impress. And they continue to extend their lead. Keith, this is becoming a bit of a problem now for Polar Ace. Like, I don't feel like this can go beyond 10-5. Like, anything over 10-5 is, like, so pistol heavy on the second half. Like, pistol is do or die pretty much. Anything over 10 rounds here.
Yeah, I agreed. RBG, especially map they're comfortable on, you kind of gotta stop it. You can't let them get to double digits. Like how he needs to make a play with his M4. Get to. Or at least come close. I'll take the 1. Oh, they try the cheeky smoke. The top car one, and he peeks behind it. Hex gets caught being cheeky, or Capture gets caught being cheeky. And it's good trades all around from RBG. Give chase to Dangle. They know rotates won't be close, and it's even the Huff a whiz. That's one way to entry, Roy. Why not?
I love operas who can entry. Like, there's kind of like something that often gets like misplayed is like when you have an opera in the front lines, they're always baiting. Like, they're always not going in first. But sometimes it's honestly so sick for the opera to just open up the site. Like, even if he dies, you're still trading it. You know what I mean? You're still trading the opera. You're putting your riflers in a pretty good spot. Especially when it's like time to go. There's like, you don't have time to slow work the op. You don't have time to delay it. But you gotta love that. Op out, no fear. And RBG get 9. And I think they've pretty much guaranteed enough money. Oh, Goldie gets a free answer.
I didn't know that. Did you know that Bell in Inferno rings when you shoot it?
Yeah. Wait, you're trolling, right?
No, I knew the bell's in spawn. I didn't know there's an actual bell down banana that rings when you shoot it.
Yeah, there is.
I'm not trolling. Why would I be trolling, Roy? I'm not smart, man. You just want to hear me say it. Mister, I didn't know you can't make the flash noise without actually throwing the flash. I mean, I knew it used to, but I didn't know it still was. Swooly finds Stu quickly moving on because I'm going to look like an idiot again. As Swooly grabs the AK and gets out of mid, he doesn't look like an idiot. He looks smart. Big brain, 5 head. As Polar Ace look to lock this down, and aggression bites. RBG in the back.
Still a ton of time. And time is RBG's best friend right now, or it could be their worst enemy. They managed to push off Castro. He's gonna land. The Molotov will definitely counter any sort of aggression if RBG had wanted to, but this is... Whoa! The alarms are ringing, Keith. Polar Ace is getting antsy. They almost just sent all 5 players to the B site right there. Now, boys. Settle down. G-Man I like this. They recognizing there's no op in play for Polar. Walk G-Man in. Let him take a duel. He's 19 HP. If he wins it, puts you in a good position to contest the round. If he loses it, well, you're down 5 versus 3. Castro burns alive. Nothing in return there. The guy who sprays down can't even land a single bullet that's fatal. Does a ton of damage to Wiz, but it'll be Swooley. Wow, to peek out from CT spawn and eliminate these 2 players and clean up Polar Ace. Now, they've gotten what they needed. They got the op. They got the triple AKs. They can now contest a 9-6. A much better finish. Only 1 round left. Either 9-6 or a 10-5 here potentially for RBG. Still a pretty strong finish nonetheless for the RBG boys. All things considered. Dangle's going to go for the pick. Oh, I think he spotted his shoulder. He goes for the shot in the leg instead.
Thought that should have connected. I bet he feels the same. Good nades from Polar Ace and Banana. Wooly goes the Molly down. Separates both Pulse players. Not enough damage so the Molly does another tick. Dangle there with his op. It's just Wiz alone now. 1v3. Pre-fired is gone. We do go 9-6. Polar Ace recover. Those are a big last 2 rounds to get.
Yeah, for sure.
That could have been easily an 11-4.
Easily. Yeah, that would have been a disaster, man. 11-4, like, lots of pressure and weight on that second pistol. Now there's a bit more leniency, right? Even if RBG can't secure the pistol, not a big deal. Even Polar Ace, right? If they can't secure the pistol, not a massive deal. If they can, then they tie the game up. They contest it at a much better pace. But I almost feel like this is the hard part now for RBG, right? Like, their T-sides are well constructed. We knew that coming into this. This is where they're going to be tested, right? You're up against Polar Ace, a team known to be super firepower heavy. See what the RBG boys got for us, Keith. It's quad crossfire here in bracket. Now, Castro is trying to do his best to pull as much attention away, keep these 4 players here interested in remaining stacked, but problem is the hit's not going A site. No, it's not going bracket. It's going B. G-Man will spot them. The Molotov in hand is... I'm a big fan of this buy. I love the Molotov on the B site. You can slow anything down here. Spot these players. The Molotov gets through. It splits the half. You get 1. It would put you in a good position, but you can't even get 1. The Molotov came out just a tad bit too late, Keith. And Polar Ace now have the B site.
Yeah, either you jiggle and use it as soon as you see them and buys you time to reposition, or you save it for post-plant. Got caught using it in between. Couldn't get a kill out of it. Castro was get cleared here. In the meantime, Hex able to get 2. And it's all of a sudden just Dangle. The Banana player did get cleared. Dangle, no utility. Nothing for him to use. Not even armor. Smoke goes down. They spawn towards CT. The kid player gets close to the bomb, too. Hex has a kit. He's on it. No DQ yet. Dangle may get 2, but he gets popped in the end, and RBG gets the pistol.
Dude. 4K and the defuse for Hex in that round. That is... Oh, Dangle almost had that too, man. That what a round at RBG. They come out on top, and Polar Ace is having none of this, Keith. They're going to go straight for the buy. It's going to be the rifles, double Galeos, an AK-47 for Dangle, Renz, Castro on the Deagle, armor for that extra utility, just to open up their options in terms of executes, in terms of what they want to do. And look at this approach for RBG. Typically, you don't see forward hull setups on the second round after winning pistol, but I think they're aware that Polar Ace is on the purchase here.
We'll go in the halls.
Wow, a dink and go, Keith.
Yeah, the headshot and trying to hide back in towards mid. In the meantime, Polar Ace able to get some cheeky kills. These are big kills. I think the Galils catch RBG off guard. They're going to try to isolate the single player. They're going to do chimney flashes, double from Renz, go on the second. How blind is Walco? He's in a smoke. Cooney's blind. They catch the rotator. There's no way they expect him to be in the smoke. Not a chance.
No, I don't think they're going to expect him, but
this is
so weird. He did not expect to get smoked off in that position now. He checks above him. He doesn't spot anyone. He's good for 1. G-Man pushes off that distraction to catch another. And Renz is down to 16 HP. He has to cross out of halls into the site for a chance for a bomb plant. 25 seconds left. 1v1.
Renz shifting up as he'll grab the bomb. Does he go ahead and clear it? He doesn't. He walks to cold box. He's going to start to plant. No fear. Sticks it truly, fully, all the way through. Does he get caught moving? He does. G-Man-Shu gets the kill, grabs the Galil, kit in hand. Defuse comes in. 11 for RBG. And it was all thanks to Walco's antics, I think.
Yeah.
What's he looking for?
He's looking for the AK. He's not sure where it is, though. Where did it
I don't
go?
think there was one.
No, there was. There
there
was definitely one AK, yeah.
I saw just Galil. Maybe I'm blind.
Wait, maybe I'm dumb. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw an AK. But either way, dude, I was going to say, like, that early exchange of damage between these two teams was, I feel like, was strongly favored for RBG. Like, yeah, they went 2 for 2, but they traded, what, MP FMOSs for the Galils and the other riflers, and they brought the two of the 3 remaining players down to 20 HP, give or take. If Walco didn't get smoked off the way he did in the most unconventional manner, that was the round secured right then and there for RBG. Now we're on to the 3rd round. The bomb plant afforded here for Polar Ace gives them their armor and their pistols and their extra utility in hand. With 5 nades, I imagine they're going for some sort of nade stack, either on pit or saving it for the post plant. But I'm leaning pit here.
Oh, Wiz peeks in a boiler, kind of spoils a plan. They're just hatching the plan, and he ruins it. Walco again with his MP9, looking to make money. Dangle clotheslines Walco out of the round. Now they look to just try to catch a rotator, maybe get gifted a cheeky kill. Do not feed these SMGs any longer, Renz. He's up. Max will find him. 2 for him. That's a deagle. 12 RBG. I could see them going right into the op. G-Menchu could drop it. Dead on 4750. Seems kind of too perfect to pass up. No, they say.
Wait.
They're not upgrading. They're going for the heart. Wait,
did
why
Walco
would-
buy an MP9?
Yeah.
Dude, they could have gotten an op out. They could have gotten an M4
That's what I'm
out.
saying.
Like,
Yeah, they
that's-
definitely could have upgraded because I feel like they're not too far out of this.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. I will not support this decision. It's not like you're gonna have enough money for a full buy next round. You know what I mean? If you lose this, like, what are you really saving here? The MP9s and the Galil?
Yeah, interesting. Bro holds on to the spray, still gets one. It's almost like they're trying to take the bonus round they won and stretch it 1 round further. And on this, with Polar Ace feeding themselves solo, that's an AK for Walco.
Yeah, I was about to
He's
say.
just hard rotating. This is like so perfect for RBG. This is crazy.
Yeah, it seems like Polar Ace is falling into their traps every single time. Now the counter utility is coming out here for G-Man-Shu. Flashbang will come out. G-Man will be able to find positioning on site, and he's managed to actually get into the site. This is a big position to be in right now. Otherwise, it would be difficult, but Magawi just sweeps it. A 3 versus 3 now. The smoke is still there, so they can cross safely. The bomb will be planted, uncontested. And RBG still hasn't budged. What's up with them holding their A defenses right now?
Yeah, I don't know what the tell was. I feel like maybe like no, they're still in apps. Like they hard sold on that idea. Good nade. I don't know how that didn't kill. Now I guess the wall. The black nade gets one. Pooney's just gonna probably. Wow, he does take the fight. Yeah, I feel like RBG might have just shot themselves in the foot there. Maybe a miscomm, a ghost comm towards mid. Like someone might have said they heard him still, and the upgrades clearly hurt them that round. And now they do a hero op.
No, what's confusing to me is, I forget who it was, but there was a player in Boiler who he peeked out. He killed the player that came through the smoke. I think it was Dangle that got caught there. And they swept Halls. They knew Halls was clear. They knew Bracket was clear. Why keep majority players at A? Why not just immediately send most of your numbers towards the B site and then play the solo player on A? That doesn't. I don't really find logic in that personally. But the hero op is out here for Wiz. He's gonna have to really be a hero if he wants any sort of chance here. Where is that op? It's on the B site. He's just holding, chilling on B. If they go A, it's fine. Save the op. If they go B, well, at least you have a chance to win the round. But as of right now, it seems like Polar Ace is starting to wanting to push RBG out of halls, right? Like, RBG's been in halls almost every single gun round so far. This time, finding a different Hex gets immediately destroyed, and that's a safe call instantly. Wiz will hold on to the op. All the pistol players will probably look for exit somewhere.
Find one here. Dangle's gonna take. And Polar Ace. They can't really commit too many guns themselves, right? They have to be cautious. I don't think they hunt this up. I think if they lose more than 2 guns, it's not the best.
Yeah, I think they're coming to the same conclusion, to be honest. Oh, hey, they're still inching.
Yeah, they're still moving.
Oh, this is so...
Yeah,
this is
I was
hard.
almost like, yeah, I don't think they could commit any more to that.
They're still going for it. Astro's peeking out. Misses. Is going for Hail Mary. Goes for a kill. Nothing found. Op is maintained. All balance is restored. Wiz could either easily drop a gun here to G-Man or Walko. They could pretty much buy full.
Perfect.
And RBG get out a pretty good buy. G-Man 2 on the MP9. Not a big deal. Full utility around it. A single kit in the hands of Walko. And Polar Ace are still on the 5 rifles. Now, I like the 5 rifles more on the T side than I do on the CT side. I still feel like the op on the CT side is just too strong on this map. And that is exactly why. It's going to be Wiz opening up the round onto Dangle. Pretty important round to find a man advantage in, I must admit.
Nicely done. Smoke comes towards Arch. Free smoke in mid, fends off the T as they walk towards the B site. Manchu awaiting their arrival along with Mooney. Some MP9 spray, not the most effective. Nade though. Ooh. Nade headshot combo through the smoke. Ren looking with McGowie. Ren's doubles in. Still, RBG will take that trade. Up now, a man. The bomb is not planted. Castro's going to hide. Are they just going to kind of fall silent? That would be slick. Give the illusion that not all players crossed yet. Do RBG bite? No. Walko finds Castro. That's bomb. They know Renz is in construction. They're just going to try to double peek him. In the open. Not giving the most fair fight. 13 RBG. And those guns that Polar Ace lost a round ago,
Yeah.
would have given them, if they kept
That
them
would've been a full
alive, would have been another full buy here. So they lost the rifle round on their hunt. Again, not fully blaming, just laying it out how it is.
No, you're speaking facts. I think the bigger problem is, like, even if they wanted to force buy here, they really can't, because then if they lose this round, then they forfeit pretty much match point away to RBG, which puts them in a pretty good spot to contest the finishing point. But now it's aggression here for Polar Ace. The smoke from Walko has put a stop to that, but all the players are starting to flood towards halls. Wiz's op is giving me anxiety in this position right now. That hall spot could be detrimental, but the Molotovs are there, the support is there, and I think it's all fine for now. With the bomb being all the way back in T-spawn, I'm questioning whether they're actually looking to commit. And okay, they're definitely looking to commit here. Making its way back to the court. Heath, look at the buy for RBG. Double AKs. Ooh. That makes defense so much easier.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like an AK, especially unmatched when it is the top dog of all rifles. Satisfying to use, satisfying to watch, just like that entry. Hex is gone. Walko has to support gun out because he's getting wrapped, and they get outnumbered. They get swarmed. They close the gap and try to hold too close to the smokes, and it's prime territory for the pistols. RBG, I disagree with the way they played this one. Castro, engraved. G-Man 2 comes through. No head armor. He's gone. Pooney does have head armor. Given a fair fight. Knows there's a player's sight. That Molly may just force it out. A flash over the top. This is going to get weird for Gowie. Gets caught. It's Dangle. Didn't get an AK. Didn't pick up a gun. Just a deagle. Can he find the headshot? Looking for the gun. Yeah, does know where Pooney is. The Pooney can creep. He has a kit. Has a smoke. Knows where Dangle is. Found the headshot. A 1v3 for Pooney. RBG go to 14.
Dude. Wow, he just saved RBG. I mean, it wasn't the do or die in that round, but he put them back on track to a much, much more comfortable finish. Although that was quite expensive. I think with the bomb plan here, Polar Ace definitely can buy up, no problem. Oof. Oni though, he's popping off, man. This man is top of the leaderboard right now. Scoreboard, excuse me. Almost the highest flashes on his team. 250 utility damage, 60% headshot, 80, only second to Walco's 80%. 106 ADR. I mean, Jesus Christ, give this man a medal right now.
Deserves one. Whew. Polar Ace as the thunder clamors outside Roy. Dodd's musical for this match. Time counts down. 5 seconds. The auto shotgun on Walco. He's kind of like the wild man of RBG. He's kind of taking experiments, taking risks. They typically pay off, so it plays into his insane play style. I dig it. Ren. Avoiding nades. Considering getting caught in the handing. Instead, he peeks and is right booting spray. He'll take 2 down. Polar Ace now. Pressure. They know the B push is coming in. Trying to take calls. Auto shotgun down without firing a bullet. Can Castro single man do this? Just a player on Melt. And a beautiful trade from Swooly.
Shot for shot, it seems they're going. Now, there's still a ton of utility left here for Polar Ace. The Molotov will be used up. The smoke is going to go right behind it to block off the moto angles. The smoke is in such an awkward spot, though, that they might get funneled back into say, nah, Dangle's going to push right through it. This is a much better setup now for Polar Ace. Dangle can hold on to this part of the map. He sees the shadows first as well. And now Pony's coming in from the high ground looking for the repeat. This time it's a 1 versus 2. But Swooly, he's not going to let this one happen. He's going to swool this one away. Keep 14-9 now for RBG, maintaining the lead, but not having any money to back up anything here. So I think this is going to be a force buy coming out from RBG. I would not be surprised to see it.
Dangle up Seaside Roy. Been a quiet game for him with the op. Can he turn it around here? Some nade damage towards B, nothing too crazy. RBG just dropped the nades and kind of like a hard rotate gambles is pretty much all they have. Polar Ace undecided where they want to throw their numbers. Ooh! 1 tap from Ren. Goodbye. That was vintage. Polar Ace, though, coming back to the A site, right into the stack. Kind of what RBG want.
Okay, into the meat grinder they go. A 2-4-4 deal. Not bad. Imenchu, you got anything for us up your sleeve? Any magic tricks?
Oh, G-Man Roy. I wonder what the story is behind his name, by the way. I'm very interested. Like, G-Man, I could see why you could come to, like, a G-Man name. But, like, the Chew. Does he chew Big League Chew? Does he refer to adult things, Roy? What does he chew?
Oh, wait.
Oh! Headshots, I guess. Don't tell me he gets damage too. Oh, he does.
Wow, he just destroyed
that
them.
that is the kicker. That is so cool. He can grab the op. He should have time.
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
That's so big. He just destroyed Polar Ace's economy. This is their full investment now. All RBG has to do is just win one round. They're forcing off that.
Yo, I did.
Okay,
I'm actually so down for this.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Oh, that's so risky. I guess you still have some rounds to play with, though, so it's not that bad. But this is. Whew. This is a risk.
I am so down for it. It's got to pay off, though, and if a site falls, instant save. Not even a second thought. Dangled. Gets caught by Wiz. The up pays off. They get the first pick. And now they can start to use this utility they've held on to early.
Wow.
Cooney better not die, though. He has a full kit. He's kind of worth a lot.
Yeah, he is. He's probably the only... Yeah, he is the only person who still has their full set in their hand. He cannot fall. But this is becoming interesting, Keith, because as of right now, they're willing to leave a wounded Puni alone on the B site to hold the stack on A site. They know that he still has a smoke, and for the next 12 seconds, he can just stay there alone. He has the Molotov as well, and with that kill secured now by Wiz, I think they're realizing that there's no pressure on the A site anymore. They can send in reinforcements to help Puni out. The Molotov will buy them some more space, and with only 30 seconds left, Keith, this might be the end here. Polar Ace is really running the clock down.
Oh, can Wiz? Yes! I was going to say, can he get one through the smoke? He can. G-Man-Shu, the same. Swooly, 15 seconds. 3 players here. 1v5 and RBG, the payoff. The buy. The full trust. Not even going to let him plant. Wiz does it all. A 4K with his op on B.
Wow,
this
man
is coming alive when his team needs him. The big pistol play to get them the op. They take the ballsy, yes, ballsy play on forcing around it. And they've done it. How about those rankings?
Yeah. Sometimes the risk pays off, and they went from MP9s and FAMASs to 4 AKs and an op, and look at Walco. He just wants this game over with. He's running down mid right now, looking to catch Dangler, and he dies in the process. So this is a great advantage. All they have to do is just sit and hold crossfires in bracket and on B, and they would have been just fine, Keith. But they want the style points. There's the equalizer.
Wiz is going to go for the style. Yeah, smart. Drops the molly, backs up. Never mind. He's styled out enough. Zach's has to throw out the molly. Dangle does hit the site. Can he close the gap on the op of Wiz? He can. He'll run him over to the block. G-Man-Shu not playing those games. Renz can plant, and it's a man advantage for Polar Ace. They have 2 AKs. They have a smoke and molly. This is weird. Because RBG's money's broken, keep in mind. I don't know if they force this.
Nah, I think they're... Wait, there you go. They're going. Yeah, they're going for it. What is going on? Dude,
Listen,
explain.
I
explain.
appreciate. Yeah, go ahead. You go.
I'm telling you. I want you to explain to me.
Okay.
The thought process there.
I think they think they had the advantage in utility-wise, and maybe got a call that someone was low. Full trusted that maybe they only got the 1 AK and didn't pick up a second along the way. They thought their utility would buy them some space and fight the one-on-one player on site, and then have perhaps some chance on getting the ninja. But I feel like they took the gamble, which is probably a 10% win rate in comparison to grab the op and have pistols here in the full by next. But maybe I'm wrong. You concur?
What I'm questioning more so is, like, why run down middle?
Yeah, that Walco's just crazy, I think.
Like, that must have been a team decision, right? Like, it's not just him going, I got to run down middle. Like, yeah, sure, man, do that up. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, well,
looking for a casual ace. Nice.
I don't think he even get exposed from his teammates. I think he just mollied himself and smoked himself. So, great.
It's just mind blowing. They literally could have just held sites, no problem. But all right, I guess if it would have succeeded, we would have been having a different conversation. So hindsight 2020, but I still feel like that was the lesser of the 2 options that they had, which is the hold strong crossfires, play the counter utility, go nade for nade, right? You have way more nades. Just trade out. If they want to smoke something, you counter smoke. If they want to molly something, you counter molly. You just trade out your utility for their utility. And then they would have been just fine to hold sites late. But either way, It is going to be Polar Ace now with aggression towards Banana. They're looking for the execute, Keith. They're already setting up for it. Pony is going to be flashing G-Man-Shoot. G-Man-Shoot is caught off here. Yeah, he gets caught in the transition for the aggression. Pony is good for one. They had to at least manage to equalize it up before the commitment to site happens. But Dangle is now in a pretty... Oh, he just got... Did he not get spotted? He got spotted. Walk eliminates Dangle. That's a massive find now.
This is going to give them the motivation to go for it. Hex can molly dart. He has a smoke for the bomb. The kit's on Walko. They can smoke off Banana. There it is. Castro gets in front of it. Plays anti. They're running out of time. They need to go. Swooly and Pooney will trade. Wiz finds Castro. Just res. Can he 1v3 it? No! They got the kit. They don't even need it. Or do they?
Wait.
Wait. It's going to be close. No cap.
Oh!
Honestly,
dude,
I'm very surprised everyone took GG and kind of just dipped there because that was close. In the end, it is RBG though, Roy. The rankings do not lie. The top of advanced, and I could see these guys making one hell of a run here. This puts them what 2-1?
Yeah, they're in the 2-1 pool.
Perfect.
I mean, hey, they're in a much better spot than the 1-2 pool that Polar Ace find themselves in now, among many other giants. Right? It's a hard 1-2 pool. Like the 0-2 pool was one thing, but the 1-2 pool is like you really have to step up if you want a chance for survival. But that is the storyline for now. An amazing set of matches here on the Season 4 Winners League. Continues to impress, continues to entertain. But that is all the matches that we have, Keith. We have come to an end for now. We will see you bright and early tomorrow for some EU action at 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm not sure. I'll just give you guys a time. 9 hours from now. Wait, no, wait.
Yeah, there's one at 8 a.m. Eastern,
Sorry.
and there's one at 11. Yeah,
Math is hard. Wait, it's 11 o'clock, not 10 o'clock. Yeah, so it'll be 12 hours from now. So it's been a long day, everyone.
Yeah, unless HLTV's lying, we're chilling.
Yep. Just if you want it accurate, follow our socials. Twitter is the best way to get a hold of that. Win.gg is another way to keep track of all the matches, as well as HLTV. Follow our socials on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere, baby. We are there to provide you guys content. We're there to provide you entertainment. Follow this beautiful man. His ad's down below. Mine is over here as well. And of course, our producer, observer, Melanie. And for now, we are out of here. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow for some from EU action and then NA action at the end of the night. Ciao.